I think chapter 14 may become one of the most practical chapters in our entire series because almost every girl with PCOS has asked herself questions like, why am I so motivated one week and completely exhausted the next? Why do I feel so calm some days and so emotional on others? Why do I keep starting my healing journey again and again? Chapter 14 doesn't answer these questions with judgment, it answers them with understanding. Chapter 14 Through the Eyes of a Girl with PCOS. Imagine the same girl, months have passed. She now understands her body better than before. Yet, one thing continues to confuse her. Some mornings she wakes up full of energy. She prepares a nourishing breakfast, exercises, reads, feels hopeful. She thinks, finally, I have become disciplined. A week later, she struggles to get out of bed. She keeps postponing her walk. She craves comfort food. She feels emotionally drained, and immediately she tells herself, I'm so lazy. Another week passes. Now she's constantly researching, watching videos, buying supplements, trying new routines, planning everything, but her mind never rests. She feels busy, yet strangely tired. She looks at Krishna and asks, why am I becoming three different people? Krishna smiles, gently says, you are not becoming three different people. You're simply experiencing three different qualities of nature. The calm days. Krishna speaks of sattva. Imagine those mornings when she wakes up feeling peaceful. She prepares her breakfast with love. She goes for a walk because it feels good. She listens to her body. She sleeps on time. Not out of fear, but out of care. She feels grateful, hopeful, present. The restless days. Then Krishna speaks of rajas. These are the days when her mind says, I have to fix my PCOS quickly. She compares herself with others. She checks the mirror 5 times a day. She spends hours searching best supplement, fastest weight loss, how to reverse PCOS in 30 days. She's constantly doing, constantly chasing. Yet, peace feels far away. Krishna says this is restlessness, not because effort is wrong, but because fear has quietly taken the driver's seat. The heavy days. Then comes tamas, the days she doesn't want to do anything. She feels guilty, ashamed. She misses her workout, orders unhealthy food, avoids looking in the mirror, then whispers, I have ruined everything. Krishna gently stops her. No, my child, you are not ruined. You are experiencing heaviness. Do not turn one difficult day into an identity. Stop judging every season. Imagine the sky. Some days it is bright, some days it is cloudy, some days it storms. The sky never says, I have failed because today is cloudy. It simply allows the weather to pass. Krishna invites the girl to look at her mind the same way. Some days bring clarity, some bring restlessness, some bring heaviness. None of them stay forever. The healing journal. The girl begins writing every evening. Instead of writing, today I was lazy, she writes, today felt heavy. I think Thomas was strong. Instead of I'm obsessed, she writes, today my mind was restless. Rajas was leading. Instead of I have finally become perfect, she smiles and writes, today there was clarity. Thank you for this peaceful day. Without realizing it, she has stopped attacking herself. She has started observing herself, going beyond the gunas. Then the girl asks, Krishna, will these three ever disappear? Krishna gently smiles. No. Even the wisest person experiences changing moods. The goal is not to eliminate them. The goal is to stop letting them decide who you are. When peace comes, be grateful. When restlessness comes, be aware. When heaviness comes, be compassionate. Keep walking. If Krishna was speaking to a girl with PCOS, chapter 14 might sound like this. My child, not every day will feel the same. Some mornings you will wake with hope. Some mornings you will wake with fear. Some mornings you will wake with no strength at all. Do not judge yourself by a single day. These changing states are like the weather passing through the sky. Your task is not to hate the clouds. Your task is to remember that you are the sky. Continue caring for your body. Continue returning to your path. A difficult day does not erase months of loving effort. Observe your changing mind with compassion and never confuse a passing season with your permanent identity. Chapter 14. Not every difficult day means I am failing. Some days are simply different seasons of my mind. I can meet each one with awareness instead of judgment. I think this chapter carries a message that many women with PCOS need to hear. Sometimes we treat every low energy day as proof that we are undisciplined or every restless day as proof that we are doing something wrong. Chapter 14 offers a gentler perspective. Our inner state changes just as the weather changes. That doesn't mean we stop caring for ourselves. It means we stop turning every passing mood into a permanent label. So perhaps the deepest gift of chapter 14 is this: healing isn't about feeling motivated every single day. It's about returning to yourself again and again with understanding instead of self condemnation. And I think that fits beautifully with everything Krishna has been teaching since chapter 1. Not perfection, but steady awareness, compassionate effort, and a heart that keeps returning to the path.